Hello, welcome. I was there, and then I wasn't there. Welcome to VO Journey Academy Live. My name is Anthony, as you can see, and I am all by my lonesome today. Gabby had an issue with her internet. Her cables got cut. I think they were doing some work in her yard or something like that, and something happened there. So bless her heart, she doesn't have any internet. And I think there's nothing worse for us without internet. So hopefully she'll be back at some point next week. But yeah, today I'm excited. We're going to, of course, this is Open Forum Friday. So as you know, if you're new, Open Forum Friday is you bring your questions, any sort of questions, whether it's for audiobooks, whether it's for marketing, whether it's for your technical questions, anything with voiceover, post your questions in the chat, and I am here to do my best to answer them for you. Yeah, so today I've been thinking a lot about here's the interesting thing if people are watching. So as VO Journey has grown, and we have a lot of also members, or we have a team now who does a variety of things. And of course, besides us teaching as well, I do a lot of the social media, okay, and the marketing, right, and the stuff out, like the forward facing stuff. And it's a passion of mine. I love it, and I wanted to chat with you guys today as a little tip, a little trick to help you grow your reach on social media for your voiceover business. And this can be done with any business, but we're going to talk about voiceover and how to do it with voiceover. So, and by the way, throughout this, if you've got questions, please put them in the chat. I'll answer them. But I want to. Oh wait, what did Emmeline have a question? Same thing happened to me. Cut through the line with a shovel. Who the fudge buries an internet line right beneath the? What's funny about that, Emmeline? I totally agree because mine goes right in, but it's because they put for me it's because they put the intake or the line that goes in right on the other side of the garden, on the side of my house. And so like I'm always scared half to death if I go into my garden and I start digging around and start, weeding or get a tool in there that I'm going to cut the line. So, that always scares me half to death. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so I'm excited to share with you this tip because this is like it's a tip trick. I won't say it's a trick, but it's because it takes a lot of work, but it is fantastically successful in growing your social media and your reach. Okay. As you know, like with social media, the idea for us is to get familiar, people to get familiar with us. We're trying to grow our brand. We're trying to get people to purchase voiceovers, voiceover jobs from us. But why would someone purchase something from you online? They don't even know you. Okay. So our job always on social media is become familiar. And then as we become familiar, right, people then go and check out our profiles, they start to learn more about us, and then we drive traffic to our website. Okay, so now there's a bunch of steps there, and I'm going to chat so much about driving the traffic to you. I mean, what's on your website? That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about just something to help your visibility and to help you do something on social media that's not just posting. So, there's always something like, oh, I got to post. I got to figure out what to post. I don't know what to say. I'm not, blah, blah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. So today we're going to talk about the $1.80 rule. Now, I'm going to modify it some, the $1.80 rule, but this was a off the cuff because I don't think he actually planned it, but it became very viral many, many years ago. But Gary Vaynerchuk came up with this idea, the $1.80, $1.80 rule. So basically, this idea goes like this in social media. So let's say you're on LinkedIn, all right, and you're trying to grow your voiceover business and you're trying to grow your media presence so you can get voiceover work. The idea is that every day, all right, you post your 2 cents to 90 posts. All right, you comment your 2 cents to 90 posts. So basically, that means like you choose 90 posts a day that are relevant to voiceover or something to do with the business that you're trying to get into. And you leave your 2 cents or you leave a comment. And the comment needs to be more than just, fire, 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 or emoji, 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 or something. The comment needs to be something. Okay, that adds a little bit of value to the post. A question is a perfect thing too, because now more days people are leaving questions. And on top of that, if you guys know, because we're on socials, so what do you know, right? Every single time we see a post, what do? We go to the comments. We're always in, because the comments are like where it happens, right? So the comments are more important now than ever. And this idea, right, to leave your 2 cents on 90 posts a day came with this idea that, all of that traffic, or all of those comments are going to drive interest and traffic to your page, all right, to your social media account. And that gives you a lot of leverage, because maybe you only want to post once a week or 2 or 3 times a week. I mean, again, I'm recommending you post at least once a day on as many platforms as you possibly could, probably more. But if you could post at least once a day, that's good. Because sometimes, guys, I only get one post in a day. I mean, I post across multiple platforms. Sometimes I only get one post a day. But it's important. So, anyways, so getting back to this comment thing. So you're leaving comments, and how you do it is, the idea is you can go to the search and type in a hashtag, like hashtag, and remember, we're not going to voiceover. You're going to get voiceover artists, but you can type in hashtag production companies. All right. And it's going to bring up anything that has production companies. I found, guys, I found a lot of work by just doing this. And basically, it'll bring up whoever has that, who's ever posted something with that hashtag. You'll find a lot of production houses that way. And, you go to those, you scroll through those comments. I try to pick the ones that are just happened, or at least within the last week. And you know what I mean? And then you leave a post. Now, some of them will have a lot of comments. Some of them will have like none. And any, like, think about your account. Anytime someone posts a comment to your account, right? You need to you look at it. You look at it, you check it out. You're like, man, I gotta see who does this. You go to their profile, you look at them, and if that continues, right, you're going to start to even begin to know them a little by just their commenting. And the reason why I like this strategy so much, I think it's more of a strategy, is because it does not involve you being some master social media content creator. Okay. It has to do with you just showing up and leaving comments on people's posts. And if you think about it, if there are a lot of comments, depending on where we're at, a lot of comments are either a bunch of emojis, or B, they can be, there can be thoughtful comments, absolutely. But there's so many posts that have no comments or 1 to 2 comments, right? And if you're leaving something of value in that comment, okay, then you literally will get the attention of those people that you're trying to get the attention of. And then they will end up reciprocating. Of course, not all of them, but you will see your profile views go way up. You'll see your own views of your social media go up, right? Because people you know, are beginning to recognize you because you're commenting on posts. And then what about all the other people's posts? I mean, what about all the other comments that people are looking at? They're seeing your name, and they're seeing your name. Now, the only rub to this, if there is a hiccup, is that it has to be just like anything else and anything we do in life. You have to do this consistently. Okay. And you have to do this, as much as possible, at least every day. So I want to modify it though a little bit, because 90 comments, I'll be honest with you. I test out a lot of things on other accounts. I have a lot of other accounts that I test out stuff, right, on social media and things like that, and other brands or other things that I enjoy, right? And I find that 90 comments is hard. It's hard. It's hard. Now, I would argue that if you're like me, sometimes at night, my wife and I, she's home from work, we've done, we've had dinner, done all that stuff, and it's the evening, and we're just sitting in front of the watching TV. We're pretty much on our phones anyways. So, the thing is that use that time for growing your business. And so let's say that you want to get more audiobook work. And let's say that, it's night, you're relaxing with wherever you're, or you're in bed, even let's say you're in bed, you're sitting up in bed. All right, you got your phone and you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or wherever you're scrolling through, right? You can scroll through and you can leave comments on authors. Like you can go through, you can type in search. The reason why I like to do search, right, is because if you just use your feed, you don't always on your feed, you might have a variety of different, things on your feed. And what you're trying to do is reach accounts that are posting that are being seen. Do you know what I'm saying? So, that's something viable that you can do while you're relaxing, doing nothing, because most of us are checking out our phones anyways. Now, I would say modify this to about, let's say you do 50 comments. I think 50 comments is a great number. Is 90 more? Yes. But was there a number to that night? Was that like a special number? No, it's kind of arbitrary, I think. But the reality is it's still a good benchmark to hit, at least to get 50. And I think if you're doing this on a regular basis, right, you got to think that over time, right, over 3 months, 6 months, a year, that's right. You got you will think about how many comments, think about how many people would have seen you and people will recognize you. So when you post something, people pay attention, right? It's like the ultimate hack to sidestepping having to go viral, right? Or something like that. Because in the end, what you really want is people who recognize you, who that you want to recognize you, to then look at your stuff. All right. So I think we kind of got the gist of that. Let's go ahead and take some questions. Do, 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 do. All right. Strange Storm Cat says, can you put down stepping stones over weed cloth over where the lines are buried? Oh, this is for I got it. I've been able to do that. I just have to keep the stepping stones small enough that I can move them if needed. That makes sense. That makes sense. As long as you don't hit the line when you're trying to dig it up to put the cloth down. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. We've got Professor Tracy says, "Good morning from Rochester, Minnesota. What AI can I use to make my website?" Interesting. So there nowadays there's so many tools to use for AI. I don't use AI to build my websites. I use builders, website builders like Wix, and one that's really nice. I never recommended WordPress in the past, but Elementor is a plugin that allows you to it's a builder, it's a website builder, and it's really easy, you know what I mean, to do to use that. But there's a lot of website builders, a lot of us recommend Wix because it's an easy builder. You know what I mean? You drag and drop, you can create your website that way. But if you're trying to code something from scratch, there are things you could go to AI and even ask AI how to do that. But I haven't built a website using AI, so I probably couldn't tell you exactly what to do there. But I'm definitely because I was trying to figure out how to build an app. So I want an app for Academy Voices and an app for VO's Journey, right? But I want an app like Academy Voices where like people can listen to the audiobooks, like an Audible app. So I want to build something like that, but I got to figure that out. And I think you can do it with AI. You just have to stumble through the process, I think. All right, cool. So let's say, good morning, everybody. Hey, Susan. If any of you social media geniuses are part of this group and want to help me on a few of these platforms, reach out to me. I need some help. Absolutely. Susan, are you in VO Journey Academy? Susan, if you're in Video Journey Academy, you know what I mean? We're gonna be we're gonna be doing a lot more of this as well. You know what I mean? And you can reach out in the Discord. But if not, I recommend you join Video Journey Academy because this is where it's at. We have courses and everything there too. So but let me know. Okay, let's see. You think so? I think so. What? Oh, you got something else. Okay. Hey everyone, great tip, Anthony. Thanks. Okay. Hey, it's Angela. Hi, Angela. I should have asked you to join me today. Are you busy? Why don't you? I sent you a join me link. If you want to join me, if you want to come on with me, Angela. In Discord. Do we have any tutorials on social media platforms that would help us understand? Yes. Oh, you know what though? I'm going to make them because I think we have LinkedIn. We have that nice comprehensive course on LinkedIn, but TikTok was I've not built one on TikTok yet, and I do have one on Instagram. But I'm gonna put down that one because I've been meaning to build one on TikTok. So definitely going to build one on TikTok. But yes, we do have Instagram or we have LinkedIn in there. All right. Let's see. I used WordPress for website, but I have a software development background. Yeah, what I was gonna say is, and maybe you could answer this too even more. But I know because I've been looking at trying out some new things using WordPress to try to advance building our websites or building websites, and I'm but they have Elementor or things. And now that I've built websites for a long or when I say build websites, I mean using builders. So I can't argue that I've actually built websites that way. But I think that hey, look who it is.
Hello.
Angela. Hi, Angela. Thank you. I
Good
should
morning.
earlier. I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, I don't know if she's busy or not. And
Well, busy, but I always have time for you.
oh, thank you. Well, it's good to have you. See, now the
Thank
party
you.
started. All right. So we were just chatting about this is Open Forum Friday, and where we answer questions and everything. And we had a question about a couple things. The latest question. Oh, we were talking about WordPress, building websites, etc. So let's see. I'm using WordPress also. I have HTML experience, but today's web is a little more robust. Yes. That is very true. Ruben says hi, Angela. Let's see. Is the Fiverr Pro services
Good
worth
question.
the $49 per month?
Good
I'm
question.
seller level 2 currently. Thanks. Ooh, I've got lots of opinions on this.
I know you do.
Yes. No.
Short and sweet.
Now here's the thing. So $49 per month, Fiverr Pro services. Are you meaning they're not meaning Fiverr going Fiverr Pro, correct?
I think maybe the seller plus.
The seller plus.
Perhaps.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
It is to me. I find it useful for the
So
additional analytics.
Seller plus, but you have to think about it. Remember, $49 a month. That's my only thing about it. $49 a month. That means that's about $600 a year. And it costs you $497 for the year for Join Voices. So you do have to consider that. However, the Seller Plus program and Fiverr are completely different, right? Because Fiverr is not a place. Early on, I used to say this, Angela's probably remember this. I used to say this all the time. I don't want to go I don't want to be searching for business. I want business to come to me. And I always liked that about Fiverr.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because, yes, you have to put up your gigs and you have to do your stuff, but they bring you the traffic. You know what I mean? And the work comes to you. So that's a nice thing. I really like Jeremy when they used to have the sellers things for nothing. I got into it when it was free.
Yeah, you had to be top rated or
Yeah,
something, I
you
think,
had
to get in it. Yeah, now it's paid.
And they changed it. Then it was like $9. Then it went up to like $21, and now it's just gone up to $49.
Yeah.
But they do have a lot of back end, more statistics for you, and they also have tips on what to do with your account, what's happening. They can see the extra the extra reviews that you're getting that you might not know about, because they also have like a hidden they also have a hidden review score that they don't show us. So yeah, there's some Seller Plus can be good. What do you think about Seller Plus, Angela?
I mean, I like it. I use it all the time for the additional client information that you get. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
see what their average purchase amount is, what they purchase typically in what category. That helps me vet people when they're reaching out to me. Is this going to be, a scam, or is this somebody legit? Have they spent money here? What are they buying? It gives me a little bit more insight to the people I'm working with.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Now, when it comes to Fiverr Pro,
that's different.
Angela's a top rated seller. I became a top rated seller a long time ago, and I wanted, for a long time, I refused to go pro because everyone I knew had gone pro had lost a bunch of their business, because pro had made, now I think there's some changes that's been made now because of that, but pro had, at least in voiceover, they cap you at a certain price level. So like you can't charge below, starting at like $100. That was the rule. And not all of your gigs go pro. So you can still offer other gigs, but there is a pro gig. So anyways, I hadn't done it forever. But then as time went on, I was like, oh, I'm going to try Fiverr Pro. And just because it would be good for good or bad, it'll be a cool thing to be able to talk about with the people in the group. And I did, and basically it like cut my business in half, even more.
You priced a lot of people out.
Well, yeah, and you got to think that you think, well, because we tend to believe that if we charge more, sometimes, especially on Fiverr or other, we charge more, that we'll make just as much money with less work.
Yeah.
All right. And that dream that I'm holding on to just does not seem to always work out that way. Right. Because the reality is, now I'm talking about on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Fiverr, there's a specific clientele, people that go to Fiverr. They're looking for good services at an affordable price. Okay. So you have to take in consideration that idea. And so anyways, the point is that if I could go back, I would not go into pro again, because it's not done me well, and it is what it is. So yeah, that's my thing. I don't know, do you have any comment, you have any thoughts on that?
I had asked you a couple of times during the course of my tenure on Fiverr if you thought me going pro was a good thing, and you've told me every time no.
I know.
And I'm glad that I listened, because you're essentially doing that. Yeah, there's all kinds of different clientele on Fiverr. There's, the everyday Joe, and then there's also larger Fortune 500 companies that, get their services on Fiverr. So there's all kinds of, but I think Fiverr is more of a volume.
Yes.
So at $100 at a minimum gig, you're pricing a lot of people out. You're pricing all of those everyday Joes out.
That's right.
And those make up the bulk of who I work for currently.
And that's what Fiverr is, I mean, and Fiverr was probably the largest contributing factor for me to be able to go full time as a voice actor. I was. From not only just getting the work on there, but from teaching other people about Fiverr. Fiverr has been a huge part of, now it's changed drastically over the years, but it still is a huge part of a lot of our businesses. Okay, let's see. We've got Susan says, do we have a tiny icon of a VO's Journey logo that we could add to our website so I can look like one of the cool kids? Yes,
that's
we do.
A thought.
We do have our logo. But I need to I send it out, and Angela, what would we do? Just email it out? What do you think to our
Do you have one that says like, I'm a cool kid at VO Journey Academy or something like that? Or
no, I don't have one that says I'm a cool kid.
Well, you have one for the coaches, right? Apart from just your logo, if we made something special for
I do have
members,
I did make a variety of different, yes, I did make a variety of different logos that had like,
put it on Discord, because every member is on Discord.
Yeah.
Make it available as a downloadable thing on Discord.
I
Easy
love it.
peasy.
I love it.
Great idea,
Yeah,
Susan.
good idea, Susan. Okay, hi Angela with a donut. Even more
Donuts.
donuts. Am I missing a donut here? What's the donut thing? Do you eat
It's
donuts while you're
it's
online?
I'm okay. Donuts are my kryptonite.
Okay,
Okay,
all
so
right.
if you're late to any kind of group session, live stream, if you're late, you bring donuts. That's the rule. So
Ah,
now donuts. It's kind of
okay.
my unofficial mascot as
That's
a donut.
that's making sense. I love it. I love it. I have zero budget and I used card and it's really inexpensive, but still looks really cool.
Are we
Am
talking
I?
about what? The Fiverr services? What are we talking about? What am I missing?
I don't know. Maybe Paul, maybe you tell us what I don't know which one you're
Maybe the Seller Plus
talking
thing
about.
we were just
Oh,
talking
by the
about?
way, if you do know, we do have a because Angela, because I asked Angela because I was like Angela had this cool all the people from the voiceover Angela had this cool little logo. So we have one
Oh.
for VOJ now as well. So if you're in hey Angela, if you're in both, can you get both or can you only have one at a time?
What do you mean? I'm sorry. I was
So in Disco, no, I don't know what that was something. Oh,
Card is
websites.
a
I was
website
talking about
service.
something different. I was talking about when we were
What were
talking
you talking
about
about?
Discord.
Sorry. Squirrel.
Well, right. It made me think of when we were talking about the logos, when Susan was talking about the logos, it made me think of our little VOJ and Discord, the little
Uh-huh.
VOJ tag, and you
Mhm.
have the VOA tag as well. My thing is, can you have two at once? Or can you
No.
only ever have one? Oh,
No, you
that would have
can't.
been cool.
Yeah,
That would have
it'll
been cool.
replace a pre-existing
I got you.
server badge that you have.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Okay. So was it the websites? Oh,
There's a
Card is
website
a
called
website
Card.
service.
So what
Oh.
is it? Is it like a website hosting or is it for payments? What is Card? I've
I
never heard
don't
of that.
know. So early on, Angela, we had a question about what AI could they use to build a website. And I was saying that I don't personally, I don't use AI at the moment to build websites, but I use builders. But maybe that's what we're
Oh,
talking about.
okay. So yeah, it sure sounds like that's what we're talking about. Okay. There's all kinds of cool stuff that you can do
Oh my
with
gosh.
AI.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
It has,
yeah,
completely changed everything.
everything.
And I do think if you're staying away from AI, it's just a big mistake.
It's change is like we said last night in Launchpad, change is inevitable. You have to just learn to adapt and overcome.
Mhm.
Not I mean,
Mhm.
AI is here to stay. It just is. But what
Yep.
we do with it is what's important,
No
right?
doubt. Oh, yeah. Mm. Nia says, "What percentage of work would you say comes from social media nowadays?" So
Hmm.
I Nia, we have voice actors in our group who literally get 90% plot or more of all their work from social media.
Social media is free marketing.
Like, the
Yeah.
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 It's very especially TikTok, Instagram, those places, especially in the audiobook world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that because think about it, that's where all the authors, that's where all the authors and all of us are. So, we're connecting on there. And now because of lives and because of the messaging systems have become so much more robust and it's and being able to communicate effectively, people are building relationships with the people directly on those platforms.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. Actually, Josh brings up a good point. We were talking about Rebecca was telling us just how crazy busy she is. So I asked her, I mean, where'd all these clients come from? And she said, just going live and networking on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I mean, and I know I made that joke about the post the other day, but it's not a joke. It's true. I made the post about Charles Dickens. I mean, this is something that is not new. It's just as what happens when we're talking about technology, things advance and it's important because it's funny how all technology is doing like AI. All AI is doing is it's taking everything that's already been created by humans. It's just putting it at your fingertips and letting you use it at lightning speed.
Yes.
Right. In a manner in which would take you forever to do on your own. So it's
Mhm.
not, so again, I think it's very valuable. All right, let's see. Which is better, Fiverr or Upwork? Ooh.
That's going to depend on who you ask. I find that a
Yes, it
lot of
is.
people do better on Fiverr and a lot of people do better on Upwork. It's you have to try both and see which one sort of works with or jives with you better. You
And
just have to try
interestingly
both.
enough, I've not. I mean, maybe Angela, maybe you have, but I have. I don't think I've ever really found someone who is super successful on both. It's either one or the other.
Right. It's always one or the other.
And
Yeah.
I think
That's the nature.
exactly. I think it has to do with which one you feel like you jive with more. Some people
Yeah.
like Upwork more, how that works, and some people love Fiverr more. I was always a Fiverr guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just. I mean, I used to do these Fiverr Fridays. I must have done. I don't know how many. You remember Fiverr Friday?
Oh yeah, that's when you used to. That's when the whole running joke came in, where I would say, "Hey, Anthony," and you would say, "Hello, Angela." Do it again for old time's sakes. Do it again.
What do they?
Hello, Angela.
I'd be like, "Hello, Angela." Is that how I used to do it? I don't know.
And I would laugh in my
Hello,
office, and
Angela.
everybody
Yeah.
thought I was nuts when I was watching Anthony every Friday.
Well, yeah, because every time, so basically, I'd go live, and people come in, and Angela, I'd be like, "Hello," I'd like, "Hello," and Angela would be coming in, and I'd be like, "Hello, Angela." I just do a different hello for Angela.
Can you imagine the rumor mill at that time? Like, what is going on between these
Oh
two?
my god, I don't
We're
even
just
know
friends.
why.
It just
Yeah,
became a
yeah,
running
it
joke.
just
I
was a
think you
running
did
joke.
that for like what, a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Chris, honestly, just like Angela said, which is ever better for you,
Yeah.
but you gotta try both
You
because
do.
you might
I
take
mean,
off on one and you wouldn't know.
Upwork's different. The major difference between the two is that Upwork, you can actually bid on jobs and audition for jobs, whereas Fiverr, you really can't unless there's a brief. But even then, the audition aspect is, negligible. But Upwork is better if you want to be more proactive
Yes.
and involved in getting a job. Fiverr, you just kind of have to create a service that is intriguing enough for people to come and find you and hire you. So it's the only major difference.
Let's see. Looks like I made it before the end. Oh, yes. And if you upset her somehow, bring cherry fritters.
Yes,
What?
cherry fritters are my favorite.
Ooh, I do like apple fritters. I've not had cherry fritters.
No apple fritters. Cherry
How
fritters are
could
the
you
only way
say
to go.
that?
I just said it. If
I'm
you
shocked.
upset me,
No one likes
yes.
apple fritters in my
Cherry
family too.
fritters.
What is up with the apple fritter hate?
They're
Tell me what.
so
Apple
bad for
fritter
you,
hate.
but they're so good. So I have to limit my cherry fritter intake to like once a year, maybe more.
Cherry fritters.
Yeah.
I want to try cherry fritters.
I love cherry fritters. They're so good.
Okay. Yeah. Card is a website service. Okay. That was about website. Okay,
I did give that look. The mom look.
Yes.
I was given a lot of the mom look last night. I was given couple people a what for last night in Launchpad. People got to see old school Angela.
Let's see.
Stop
procrastinating.
procrastinating.
Only have one, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, I was talking about that. Card is kind of like Linktree. Interesting.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and look at it. So is it card with 2 R's or 3 R's? Was it?
Well, they keep posting 2 R's.
Card, CARRD.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did, Ruben.
Okay.
Is it card.com? Perhaps I'll find it.
I think so. Yeah. Let's see. When reach, it can be used for good and evil.
AI.
Let's see. Rebecca just got a lot of work recently from TikTok. Yeah. So remember, we had so here's a little tip, because we're open and free about things that help you get work here. It's not going to hold it to our side. But a tip is a lot of voice actors are doing, right? Is they go on to TikTok and they reach out to an author, or they find an author and they say, "Hey, notice you were going to book. Can I narrate your first chapter live for free?"
Yep.
And go live and narrate that first chapter. And, typically the author is super thrilled to get their book narrated live. They enjoy it. You build an instant relationship with them. Then in their mind, you become the voice that they hear. And of course, then they're going to want to work with you and hire you for their audiobook. We have a lot of voice actors who are doing this very thing and are swamped with work. Yeah. Do you have
I
something on
think
that?
I do. I just want to remind everybody watching that we, as audiobook narrators, are so focused on the audiobook production side that
Hmm.
we forget how big of a deal this is to the author, especially if it's their first one. So if you hop onto a live and do what Anthony just said and what our members are currently doing, hopping onto a live and just saying, or even a post and just saying, hey, authors, if you want to hear your book, the first section, however many words, narrated by a real audiobook narrator just to see what it sounds like, then
Hmm.
hit me up. And then people that do that, our members who do that, they get submissions, submissions, submissions. And then you have already a network of authors that know who you are and can recommend you to other people, and they'll be talking about it. They'll be like, oh my God, there was this TikTok post where they narrated a portion of my book. Oh my God. And then share it with everybody in their family. Just think of that side of it and how big of a deal it is. I mean, it
Yeah.
just takes a post or two to start that kind of ball rolling. Don't
Yeah,
forget
no,
that.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's wonderful. It is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Card is a website built for pirates. I
Pirates.
love it. Purr.
Yar.
I wanted to say publicly, I do appreciate Angela coming on to the group discussion the other day with using her time, giving really good advice, and being positive with encouragement. Meant a lot to me. That's really cool. What does Susan mean? What discussion did you come in the other day on?
Oh my God, I do so many. I'm really not even sure. The one from yesterday or the one from last night, perhaps, because I do
I don't
remember.
know.
I think me, just generally speaking, I try to look at the positive side of everything, and has really helped me mentally. Especially at the state of the world. It is the state. We have to think positively. We just
Oh
do.
yeah.
We just do. But I appreciate that, Susan. You're a doll.
Okay. Let's see. Paul says, if we record a book with Academy Voices, can we go do live recordings of chapters? Great
Can they
question.
use our stuff as content? Are you okay with
Yeah.
that, Anthony?
Yeah. So listen, I think that, you know, if depending on how long the book is, doing a couple of chapters is not a bad idea. All I ask is that you say, "Hey, I'm a narrator over at Academy Voices, and this is a project I'm doing with them." You know what I mean? I think that's fantastic.
So, yeah, that
Yeah,
would be the stipulation. So if you do that, make sure that you do note or at or
right.
something, hashtag something Academy Voices.
But make sure too, don't do the whole book
Right.
because remember, you want people to buy them for
Buy
you, so you make some money.
it. You want to tease it. So just a
Yes,
section,
yes,
just a
yes,
couple of
yes, yes,
sections,
yes,
maybe.
yes. Let's see. Chris says, also, thanks for calling me out the other day, Anthony. You both do it out of love. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
Absolutely.
Well, Chris, I'm so glad that you had joined. I think Chris, we were just talking about Chris is fantastic, and he's just was trying to get on Academy Voices, and I was like, you can do it, and I said, get on Academy Voices, and he did, and he started there. So very proud of you, Chris. Thank you, my friend. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. Angela, thank you for popping on there
Sure.
for today. And by the way, so if everybody doesn't know, I'm sure everybody here knows already, but remember on Thursdays, every Thursday, we go live with Angela, Gabby, and myself. And that's Academy Voices Live. Angela goes live on Tuesdays on her channel, usually with Caesar and some other guests sometimes. And then, of course, Gabby and I go live Monday. Gosh, we just never Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're all going live all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see us because you won't ever get tired of us ever.
Ever.
Yes, give the looks.
Ever. Never, ever. And always bring donuts
I like the donuts.
or cherry fritters.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Goodbye. See you later. Have a wonderful
Goodbye, goodbye,
weekend.
goodbye.
Goodbye.